right, we have head coach Matt Painter. Whoever wants to ask first question, just go ahead. Brian.
Matt, you just kind of had kind of weather, a little bit of a start there. Was that the travel legs? Was that Florida State's energy? What was the...
I thought Florida State, they played well. Obviously, Green got away from us in that first half, and he ends up with 23, but he had 16 of that 23 in the first half, and we got some pretty good looks that it didn't go down, but then we still have 4 or 5 turnovers in that first 5-minute segment, so you have to give them credit. Obviously, we've played them a lot, so we've learned some hard lessons against them. They're very athletic, and they're very good on defense, and they cause problems. And I thought when we simplified some things in the second half, it was much better for us. We run a lot of different things, and they just take you out of so much. You just got to kind of keep it simple, and then we made better decisions. But we got to guard better. We got to start a game better, and just keep working. Got to get Trey Kaufman more minutes. He's a good player, and but it's hard. Zach causes so many matchup issues for them that it's hard to keep him out of the game. He pulls so many people in. Even when he doesn't score, he gives people more space to play because they have to give that kind of attention to him.
When you talk about simplifying things, you mean running less stuff?
Running less stuff, and we just played through a simple high ball screen with Braden, and then we just reused it a couple times and then our decision making across the board wasn't great, especially in the first half. And then when we put the ball in his hands, Fletcher's hands there in the second half, I thought we made better decisions.
Can this game provide more value in a way than what happened last weekend because of the adversity you had to go through?
Sure, and you're playing a real road game.
Right.
Obviously it's harder to play a road game than it is a neutral site game, and the style of play is a real adjustment for anybody. That's why he's been, Coach Ham's been so successful, is he's gotten good players, but he's gotten them to play hard, and they play a great style. They found their niche, and it really causes people problems.
You're going to see more games like this probably in the Big Ten, right?
I mean,
you don't want to, but
yeah, but our style is different
right.
than that style. But no, you're gonna, anytime you go on the road, no matter what it is, it's always very, very difficult. But I think we can learn some things. Like, we didn't talk about our travel. We didn't talk about getting back, from Oregon at 5 a.m. on Monday. We didn't talk about arriving here today at 2:30 in the morning, because the plane got stuck in Des Moines. So we didn't talk about any of those things. Like, they're just excuses. Like, just, play it's just a basketball game. You're not going to play all day. You're just going to play for a couple of hours. Go out there and play and, get it done.
Braden seems to have kind of this knack for right around the 10-minute mark, kind of taking command of things. Why is that about him?
I don't know. I'm glad he has that knack. I don't know. You can ask his parents. But he's a tough dude, man. He knows how to play, and he's got a good change of direction, and he's got to get to where he feels confident shooting that, because he can make those threes and he can make those pull-ups. If they're just going to give it to him, he's got to just keep working on that and knock those down, because that really puts people in binds.
Caleb once again off the bench in that second half.
He was great. I was going to go back with him, and then the way they went small and they did stuff, but heck, he's done a good job guarding. I should have went back. He should have played more. He's been really good for us. But you can see from the plus minus, like when he was in there, we were better, and he deserved more minutes there at the end. I just got comfortable with it, and I stayed with it, and I shouldn't have. But he's been great. His ability to rebound against Duke, and then tonight, making that cut, making some plays, and just being active. He didn't rebound tonight like normal, but heck, he didn't play as much, But no, I'm, happy with him. Happy with what he's working. He's putting in extra time, just like the rest of them. But he's really coming.
Your first 6 shots with threes, kind of like the Gonzaga game. Was there a challenge to getting Zach involved there early?
Yeah, it's a challenge to give him the ball all the time. Like, that's what the defense is trying to do. Like, they're going to kind of gauge the temperature of your team. Like, there's a reason why we're open. We're open because they're giving more time and energy to him. They know that's what we're trying to do. Now you make 2 or 3 of those, you really start to loosen some things up. If you don't, then why should they adjust?
Last one, Mike.
What do you like about what's happening rebounding-wise? Really, these last 3 games for you, double-digit.
Yeah, we've done a good job. Obviously, they're not as skilled as they've been, so we were able to kind of load up and try to keep the ball out of the paint. And then we wanted to stay with Green, and obviously we didn't do that great of a job. But if you can stay out of rotations and keep the basketball in front of you, it keeps great rebound balance. We have good rebounders. Obviously, Zach's a good rebounder. Braden did a great job tonight rebounding, going to get the ball. Brandon Newman's really done a good job for us. Obviously, Caleb had a big rebounding game against Duke. Mason got some rebounds tonight. So just got to stay with it. You know, as I've always said, like, you know, no matter what, I don't care if you out-rebound somebody by 15, you know, it doesn't mean you're going to out-rebound the next opponent by 15. You got to keep working at it and putting in the work when it comes to rebounding and taking care of the basketball. Those two, if you can win the possession more and your talent's pretty equal, you normally win the game.
Is there anything else?